Hello, and welcome to The Wake. This is a 1v1 tourney, brought to you by me, Brian. We've had 2 matches already, and there are many more to come. But both so far have ended 3-0. So I'm hoping for some variation. Phoenix will be anticipating the result of today's series, as the winner will join him for a qualification match. Fusure and Rehzzy will be fighting for that spot, and the easier path to progression. But we well know only one can make it. Only one player that is. And you'll be as happy as I am to know that Danny Boy is back again to lead us through the series.
Thank you very much, Brian, for the kind introduction. Was looking quite forward for this match. Not only have we got 2 high-class players, but also 2 mechanical wizards that makes even just our mere mortals scared. Has to be said, Fusure's controller is technically broken. Has been broken near enough for the whole of 2019. If anybody doesn't know this recording, don't mind telling you into a little secret. It's the first of 2020, the first show match I've casted at the new year in Rehzzy! Well, what an attempt into the bump. This is the opening group stage for both of these 2. This was the match I was looking forward to the most. You can already see why. And it's already coming into a tussle between the 2. Dive bomb it in! What an own goal by Rehzzy! A little bit unfortunate there. Just skipped and unfortunately could not hit that above the net. Very little we can say about this. And Rehzzy will have an attempt now to go back. We'll stack and now move across, so it will be a boostil attempt or trying to slice and cut. And it will be a slice and cut into the lead. 1 apiece. Simple as that, very reassuring, and of course, wouldn't be a tournament without the party discontinued. Well, big chance now for both these 2 to have an opening gander. And right now, Rehzzy's the one slowly walking across the pitch, dazerly tapping goals, and now while this is going on, Rehzzy later on will be working on his 3s here in Fusure, hitting those competitive clips that he's so proud of showing his wonderful ability. Haven't been able to see much of it in the opening minutes. Of course, in the last All-Ireland qualifier, Fusure teamed with Mulligan show matching a few of his ones in the last year. OSM 2, that was actually one of the first matches. So the OSM is focusing on 3s. But why focus on the last generation? How about the next wonderful control? Pops it around, flicked, bang, and Fusure will not be looking much on this one. Have to give a little bit of sympathy to Fusure. You say a poor workman blames his tools. Well, his craft right now, not necessarily on peak, but Fusure watching Rehzzy having a little moment of a struggle, trying to control and tame this ball, but not able to. Now a quick little cup, a skipping round. Fortunately, it's a battle of will, matter and boost. Now Fusure, oh, this could be good. Unfortunately, could have, being very objective, the demo. He was actually given some tips around the 1400 mark. How do you improve? How do you get better? Do you know what his response was? Just demo. Ridiculous to presume that's the answer. That's Rehzzy. We'll just hammer one home with a very simple 50. The bump, not needed. Fusure is defense. A little bit shambolic at the moment. Needs to calm him down. With a kickoff like that, he's won it to the same side, so this will come into the air dribble. A flip reset will not be likely. Too much of an upwards trajectory that time around. The 50's going against him, so catch and bring to the corner. And he's baited Fusure. Well, that's what Rehzzy tried to do. Didn't quite happen to on point. Knew exactly what he wanted there, Fusure. Executed on point. These two are the most, shall we say, flair and style into the game. But Rehzzy is just making goals out of nothing. A kickoff like that wins it through. Centre mass, not an issue. Unfortunately, Fusure's got an audience of his own at the moment. Whether they be disappointed in the young man from Ireland. Fusure moving into the 45-degree flick. Overstacks at the backboard. That's a nice cut. Forces now Rehzzy to either attack or stall. He's gone with stall. That means the progression of the play really will dictate in the next couple of phases, and it's Fusure who had won the immediate battle, but the war is still not over. Rehzzy, good demo. Now it will either be a cut into the middle or bring it back. And it's all the way back. Fusure hops and skips both of them. Just trying to show a little bit of class in the mechanical department. And what a hop and a skip into the shot. And the Irish player being executed on point. Well, the other group and their own members, 4 in each, will be wondering and sitting there. I don't want to have Fusure, maybe Rehzzy. Afraid what they could pull off. It hasn't necessarily turned into a mechanical war. A 4D chess almost in a different dimension. But it has been a fairly basic display of get the goals in by Rehzzy as quickly as you can and force Fusure the play. Well, not his usual standard of game. It's a tit for tat, shall we say. But it will be Fusure just trying to run down the clock, but 4 goals the margin. Don't know what Brian be thinking this moment of time, sitting there resting. Well, I have the stats for you too. Won't be much to say other than a Rehzzy win quite comfortably in game 1. Well, while Fusure is on his belly, it will be Rehzzy who will add the punishment by keeping this ball further up. This is just insulting to the wound. And Rehzzy just putting one in. Well, Brian, I hope you have enjoyed the game 1. 9 goals to talk about. What one was the favourite for the audience, I imagine?
Fusure, looking visibly frustrated, will need to fix his faults if he hopes for a game win.
Back again for some more. Well, a 7-2 thumping. Fortunately, Fusure will need to step his game up. This is a nice bit of control, the 45-degree. No, the shot, mind you. The placement behind the keeper on point. The moment he just skips this one across. Beautiful execution and a cut. Oh, perfect. Just wonderful. The mark now set. The gauntlet between the two and Rehzzy. As it, unfortunately for Fusure, has set himself up in his best of 5 already. looking for a sweep. This is what the young maestro was trying to do, but Fusure not having any of it. Brings it back. Very precarious. And again, showing why some of these two members of the pre-flip gang, founders almost, you could say, the pioneer of the technique, the creator of misery for some members of the ranked community, the warriors not happy. And it will be Fusure just trying to control this one. Again, the flick is the option, goes for it, stacks, now cut into it. Well, he will have to do a lot. He had 100 boosts and he's frankly done nothing with it. Good boost grab, trying to challenge, a little bit foolish to say, and that bump has actually worked so well for Fusure. Wow. Bit of a tussle there, no cucks or pinch, well, one touch, no pinch maybe? Oh. Fortunately, the lack of power. This surely isn't how it ends. We might need to get a new script writer on this one. Fusure. I think that's the slowest goal we'll have ever in the group stage. And Rehzzy, often now a kickoff, wins it to his side. How many times will we have that wondrous thought? But Fusure just taking that one through. Oh. Even the game was a bit slow with a catch on Rehzzy. Well, 7-2 to 3-0 against him. A tide has certainly changed, and Fusure might be enjoying a little bit of a royalty-free display at the moment. Hasn't been serenaded with the win. That's what he will look for. Rehzzy straight across. Will have to sneak one in, and again it's a kick-off goal from the youngster. A little bit tad too late if he's trying to swing momentum to play with Fusure's head, but it will not occur. 3 goals. Sounds like a margin to protect. That's what Fusure will have to find its footing for. Will he agree to keep on attacking? The air dribble was good, but straight at the keeper. Needed to have been more accurate that time around. Good bit of pressure, the bump will do, but the shadow has to be 1 point. No boost for Fusure. Well, apologies, it was Rehzzy that was suffering from the boost, but Fusure, from boost to no boost, picks up the 100 at the back. Nice, lovely fake. Oh, that was gorgeous. A little bit cheeky too. Look at that, just skips it across. Just pulled out of that one just at the last second. And Fusure is really going to be scratching that head of his and be wondering, what can I do next? What can I do? Decent challenges coming through, and that bump attempt was mildly pathetic by, unfortunately, Rehzzy, and this one surely, oh well, that deserves you, Fusure. You had to work for that one. Shouldn't be showing any mercy. Rehzzy, play that on point. Never give up. Keep that on out, pinch it off the post. Sadly, didn't get rewarded for the attitude. Good mentality into this game by the two, and another little kick-off win. A small little victory. One gently to hammer home the point to Fusure that I haven't gone away. That's what he will be saying. The ones certainly is an interesting dynamic. Never-ending twists and turns, and Fusure will now be turning himself into the air. And sadly, lost that one halfway through. Good recovery. Rehzzy will not be fooled by that. Now Fusure back again into the control, flip reset, and there's one thing using it, the second is actually having a purpose behind it. Well, oh my word. Talk about purpose. How's this for one? Oh, he made that look so smooth. There's players that you are envious at watching. These two, if you aren't, well, I don't know what you've been watching. When they're on, they're on. These two, by the looks of it, hasn't been exactly warmed up, but they're still putting a show on. And Fusure's bump led to this goal, rightly so, brings it back now. Thankfully, the goal's not necessarily going to be a worry for how the status will go. Just win and march your way through the tournament. But we'd love to see a little bit extra. And Rehzzy will be trying to provide a little bit. He's been going for the bump play on the keeper. It's been close, but sadly no cigar. That's a loose ball. Now it will be Fusure. Trey dictating the play, and Rehzzy's just cutting through. Bullied. Could have an OT. It's been a slightly annoying affair for Fusure. We'll have to change something. It will have to feign a response. Slightly wise, the response. Well, Fusure wasn't picking up anyways. He's not going to be rushed, he's not going to be hustled into a play, but he will now have to. Just demo. Boom. And this will be the bang. 6 apiece. 16 seconds. 1 goal. Be slightly late if I didn't have a slight bias in this one for a fellow countryman. But Fusure has made a mistake of an ungodly kind. Nervous they're getting. And Fusure's trying to play this slow. It somehow works out that one. Alright, we know how good you are mechanically. It's using it in the middle of the game, Fusure. Rehzzy got a little piece of the ball there, and that will slowly dictate where this will go for the next 20 seconds, and it might be in his own net. Fusure will have to be careful. Good save. Now into the corner. Now has to avenge this one on target. And the net will even be better. Rehzzy will be annoyed, will be furious that he's let one through. 1 apiece. Brian? Oh, this could go the distance. Are you ready?
It's all level, and Fusure equalizes the series with quite the play. If you want to support this tournament, please visit Coffee. Buy some brains.
Game 3. Very little words I could put onto this one. Hasn't been a masterclass of mechanics for two players that are so great at it, and Rehzzy has now decided to bring out the Fennec. Fair enough. Looking to maybe hit a few bangers of his own in this one, but They're only useful if you go for some of the big shots. That wasn't a big shot. Yes, it's a goal, but come on. We want a little bit more. Is it wrong for me to ask that? One massive shot that we can sit here and say that they are the ones to look forward to. If there was a tutorial on where to learn, it should be here, and Fusure has made an absolute scramble. A mess of an unportionable size that even men cannot sit there and ponder. Controller or not, that was just a mistake. A human error. This has me complexed, but Fusure might be bamboozled. Not just the mechanics, but in position of the game at times. And when you have just yourself in that moment, you can only question what went wrong. Well, they're going to be watching the replays and probably work out what did go wrong. Good position, good space by both, and that situation, I wouldn't say that the defender has the advantage, but certainly can work out where the aggressor was trying to go on this one, and that's a thin cut. But it's Rehzzy moving this one, glance inside, and what a little finesse of a touch too. Well, we saw this a moments prior. Done by the Irishman. Now, unfortunately, it's conceded 4. Conceded 5. No words for this one, so it's a kick-off goal again. It's Fusure who is really lacking in that department. I would hate to be listening on Fusure's side. He's probably sitting there huffing and blowing down the mic and going, "What's gone wrong?" I think Fusure might been also saying, "What went wrong with that one, Rehzzy? That should have been 6." I think at this point both of them will just be trying to go for a few clips maybe, but 5-0, I wouldn't say it's a comeback's not on, but I think this one's over. Close your eyes and avert from the screens at this point, because it's just an absolute slaughtering at the moment. We'll say that Brazil's more likely than the comeback, and Fusure, but too hot and heavy, eliminates his opposition for a few seconds, calm onto the field. Again, still trying, pinch up the ceiling, and look at Rehzzy. Not exactly going for the target. Yeah, there's always a competition. The two of them now are trying to flex on it, and Rehzzy making Fusure realise they're still in a tournament situation. Between the two, Rehzzy's actually got the better results, at least in 2019. He's also played in various tournaments as well, a couple of leagues. That one looks like it's just gone in the back of the net, simple as that. I would skip normal, but this is painful. Just the muscles of Fusure twitching now. The adrenaline flowing, probably so annoyed But he has not been able to respond of anything of a marvellous tenure, shall we say. But it's Rehzzy who is stepping up. Did say he was annoyed he didn't get a 3-0 sweep. We'll definitely have a game 4. It's just whether Fusure is willing to slightly tease and tantalise us with a game 5 if he wants to step it up. Sadly, he's been stepped down, taught a lesson or two. Game's not over, at least in the series. This one's been done for a while. Well, I think by this point, double digits, stat padding, we would say normally. I think both of them may just sit there and agree of let's stop scoring and we'll run the clock down. Don't know how much of that was planned by Fusure in the sense of winning the ball, but this will be getting a little bit closer to the bragging rights for these two gentlemen. Fusure hasn't enjoyed spells, but unfortunately they've been a little bit damp, shall we put it. Just not anywhere to the high standards, the calibers you would put upon them. Maybe soon the feller forecast for Ireland, rainy spells, north, south, west, possibly east too. But hit the pit at 4 years anyways. 10 goals plus game. There's at least 2 knots on the board. Sadly, 1-0's unaccompanied, alone, standing, dark and afraid, with a silhouette of Fusure. And let's hope there won't be tears of disappointment when he loses. But he will have to feign some form, at least within the next game. I hope that it occurs. If not, we'll see him in an elimination match.
Fusure getting a game win seems to have renewed Rehzzy, leading to a dominant game 3.
Well. 3 games. This is a slight surprise. The amount of goals been scored, wouldn't say wasn't expected, but to be one-sided firmly on Rehzzy's column, slightly a bit there. Good save, shot from the original attempt. It's effectively a recovery, at least a tester. Fusure slips around, trying to be tricky now, and the Cook's puts to relieve the pressure. That's wise by Rehzzy. You'll just now have the shadow. Halt and stop and roll on in game 4. Not a kick-off goal. Required a little bit of work this time. A minute gone. And 2 Titans. Of the mechanical world least one somewhat showing up. What on earth has went on there? If there's a plan, I don't know what it is. It's complex to me. Rehzzy's just sitting, probably enjoying this one. They go easy, easy. At this point, I don't blame him for thinking that. It was a 10+ game moments ago when Fusure, yes, broken controller. Yes, that he's bought a couple of new ones. They haven't felt right, they haven't been to his liking. But I'll tell you this, get accustomed to the feeling of losing at a competitive level. Especially at the one scene of somebody like Rehzzy who's on the opposite side of the field. This isn't your standard rank warrior where you can hit a couple of clips and enjoy it. Rehzzy, he's a good player. RLR's worthy. That's how highly I think of him, and to be fair, Fusure I do as well. So surprised to see both of them so hot and cold, especially Fusure. We'll at least see him at least one more time. Whom that will be later on, we'll let and see, but there is a disparity within this tournament. And Rehzzy has moved mountains. The only thing Fusure can tell you that the ocean's wet. He's sweeping with all the drip coming. He's probably getting stressed out going, what on earth did I just do? Well, you've hit the crossbar that time. It hasn't gone near the net. Hasn't gone near the net in 2 games now at this point. We're closely approaching the 10-minute mark and Fusure's yet to score a goal. Not even an own goal. I'll be honest with you, I'm very disappointed with one of them. Expect so much more from Fusure. He'll go for a ceiling save, but again, it won't do much, and Fusure won't be back in time. Rehzzy's recovery is a little bit too smooth, not exactly silky smooth, but it's good enough. Just so simplistic at times, but that's what you have to do. Work on their basics until they're so reliable. Build upon it. Rehzzy's got effectively a solid foundation that players should be dreaming about. This isn't a dream. This is a nightmare for Fusure. No one of his fans thinking anything unfair about him. We're losing any respect for the man. He's played his opposition, wouldn't say anywhere particularly, but right from his perspective here, and surprisingly won the kickoff that he's actually won to himself, and miracles do happen. Good little read, chips it up, and Rehzzy just out of position this time, no respect given. That sometimes when you look beyond the depths of realm, sometimes even just looking's not good enough. Needs to be proactive in situations, but Rehzzy's kickoff's too hot and strong. And this is another simple run of a mill kick-off goal that's been converted. Half the game gone in Rehzzy. He's starting stuff, I'll give him credit for that one. Well, it was just a mere backflip that's accidentally looked so wonderfully marvellous. I wonder how much Fusure was going, oh no, oh no, oh no. Now, he got the last touch in that one, but it was going in anyway. This is probably not the way that anybody wants to be remembered if it's ever your last competitive match. Don't let it be an embarrassment. You want to be able to hang, have your head held high, and Rehzzy's just enjoying spells of goal scoring. Fusure not done and dusted yet. Needs to waken himself up. If he thought he was good, there's a whole side of the competitive scene he has yet to learn. We'll hopefully see that right in 2020. But Rehzzy taking this experience to a whole new level, and with 1 minute 20 still plus on this clock. $20 you think? Thinking maybe 22 at the moment. It's looking good at the moment. Very good. Rehzzy's stance will probably look like a phone number by the time this is over and done with. I suggest you don't. Try to ring it. Too busy probably getting picked up, signed by an org. Fusure at the moment. Playing a little bit too aggressive this moment in time. I'd love to sit down, watch the VOD, see what exactly has went wrong. Be like a giant red marker with the words everything probably written on them. Most of the goals conceded as came from effectively a kick-off goal or the immediate 15 seconds from that period. Now it's almost pixels away from being pumped on in. And here we go, Rehzzy just rolling number 17. Surprised he hasn't rage quit it, we'll give him credit for that. Thank you very much, goodbye. We'll see you again. No, he's riding this train all the way. 47 seconds. Wonder, does he have a handy repairman? Maybe bigger than just a simple puncture on a bike. This might be the biggest hammering in a ones match alone, never mind series combined. Just let that sink in. As Fusure, as you know, he's hit the clips, he's got a decent following. Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. He makes them look pretty, he makes them look so simple. but there's only so much you can do. He's dominated the Ireland scene as well. There's very few, to be fair, that can be put upon him in that one. I mean, if you speak about Irish legends, there's Virtuoso, Mike Rules, there's a few others I can name if you are in that depth. But 20-1. Hate to say it, but that's not the bookies' odds on who's going to win. That's the scoreline. We could approach to maybe one more. Two more. There's 1 second left. Fusure's left the match. We knew that was going to occur. No GGs, no Dolphin. Well, Brian, you've sat, you've watched, and hopefully the viewers too. You will make that decision on your own. Was it as one-sided as you thought? Did the controller play as much of an issue? Well, the rest of the group might be sitting there less scared. But until that one, we'll see you soon, hopefully.
Rehzzy proves that he is a challenger for the tournament win with this victory. Kudos to Fusure for seeing the game out to the end. It's on to the finals qualifier for Rehzzy, who will now look to beat Phoenix next. That should be a good series. Fusure drops to the lower bracket, and will have to hope to beat Rehzzy if he wants to stay in the wake. One more loss will see an early departure. Thanks for watching this series. Cash and Atlantic will be here to face off next time. Please join us. Thanks for your support. I am your host and friend, Brian.
Well, well, well. 3 games. This is a slight surprise. The amount of goals been scored, wouldn't say wasn't expected, but to be one-sided firmly on Rehzzy's column, slightly a bit there. Good save, shot from the original attempt. It's effectively a recovery, at least a tester. Fusure slips around, trying to be tricky now, and the Cox puts to relieve the pressure. That's wise by Rehzzy. You'll just not have the shadow. Halt and stop and roll on in. Game 4. Not a kick-off goal. Required a little bit of work this time. A minute gone. And 2 Titans. Of the mechanical world. At least one somewhat showing up. What on earth has went on there? If there's a plan, I don't know what it is. It's complex to me. Rehzzy's just sitting, probably enjoying this one. They go easy, easy. At this point, I don't blame him for thinking that. It was a 10+ game moments ago when Fusure, yes, broken controller. Yes, that he's bought a couple of new ones. They haven't felt right, they haven't been to his liking. But I'll tell you this, get accustomed to the feeling of losing at a competitive level. Especially at the one scene of somebody like Rehzzy who's on the opposite side of the field. This isn't your standard ranked warrior where you can hit a couple of clips and enjoy out Rehzzy. He's a good player. or Lars worthy. That's how highly I think of him, and to be fair, Fusure do as well. So surprised to see both of them so hot and cold, especially Fusure. We'll at least see him at least one more time. Whom that will be later on, we'll wait and see, but there is a disparity within this tournament. And Rehzzy has moved mountains. The only thing Fusure can tell you that the ocean's wet. He's sweeping with all the drip coming. He's probably getting stressed out going, what on earth did I just do? Well, you've hit the crossbar that time. It hasn't gone near the net. Hasn't gone near the net in 2 games now at this point. We're closely approaching the 10-minute mark, and Fusure's yet to score a goal. Not even an own goal. I'll be honest with you, I'm very disappointed with one of them. Expect so much more from Fusure. I'll go for a ceiling save, but again, it won't do much, and Fusure won't be back in time. Rehzzy's recovery is a little bit too smooth, not exactly silky smooth, but it's good enough. Just so simplistic at times, but that's what you have to do. Work on their basics until they're so reliable. Build upon it. Rehzzy's got effectively a solid foundation that players should be dreaming about. This isn't a dream. This is a nightmare for Fusure. No one of his fans thinking anything unfair about him. We're losing any respect for the man. He's played his opposition, wouldn't say anywhere particularly, but right from his perspective here, and surprisingly won the kickoff that he's actually won to himself, and miracles do happen. Good little read, chips it up, and Rehzzy just out of position this time, no respect given. That sometimes when you look beyond the depths of realm, sometimes even just looking's not good enough. Needs to be proactive in situations, but Rehzzy's kickoff's too hot and strong. And this is another simple run-of-the-mill kickoff goal that's been converted. Half the game gone in Rehzzy. He's trying stuff, I'll give him credit for that one. Well, it was just a mere backflip that's accidentally looked so wonderfully marvellous. I wonder how much Fusure was going, oh no, oh no, oh no. Now, he got the last touch on that one, but it was going in anyway. This is probably not the way that anybody wants to be remembered if it's ever your last competitive match. Don't let it be an embarrassment. You want to be able to hang, have your head held high, and Rehzzy's just enjoying spells of goal scoring. Fusure not done and just it yet. Needs to waken himself up. If he thought he was good, there's a whole side of the competitive scene he has yet to learn. We'll hopefully see that raid in 2020. But Rehzzy taking this experience to a whole new level, and with 1 minute 20 still plus on this clock. $20 you think? Thinking maybe 22 at the moment. It's looking good at the moment. Very good. Rehzzy's stance will probably look like a phone number by the time this is over and done with. I suggest you don't try to ring it. Too busy probably getting picked up, signed by an org. Fusure at the moment. Playing a little bit too aggressive this moment in time. I'd love to sit down, watch the VOD, see what exactly has went wrong. Be like a giant red marker with the words everything probably written on it. Most of the goals conceded as came from effectively a kick-off goal or the immediate 15 seconds from that period. Now it's almost pixels away from being pumped on in. And here we go, Rehzzy just rolling number 17. Surprised he hasn't rage quit it, we'll give him credit for that. Thank you very much, goodbye. We'll see you again. No, he's riding this train all the way. 47 seconds. Wonder, does he have a handy repairman? Maybe bigger than just a simple puncture on a bike. This might be the biggest hammering in a ones match alone, never mind series combined. Just let that sink in. As Fusure, as you know, he's hit the clips, he's got a decent following. Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. He makes them look pretty, he makes them look so simple. But there's only so much you can do. He's dominated the Ireland scene as well. There's very few, to be fair, that can be put upon him in that one. I mean, if you speak about Irish legends, there's Virtuoso, Mike Rules, there's a few others I can name if you are in that depth. But 20-1. Hate to say it, but that's not the bookies' odds on who's going to win. That's the scoreline. We could approach to maybe one more. Two more. There's 1 second left. Fusure's left the match. We knew that was going to occur. No GGs, no Dolphin. Well, Brian, you've sat, you've watched, and hopefully the viewers too. You will make that decision on your own. Was it as one-sided as you thought? Did the controller play as much of an issue? Well, the rest of the group might be sitting there less scared. But until that one, We'll see you soon, hopefully.
Rehzzy proves that he is a challenger for the tournament win with this victory. Kudos to Fusure for seeing the game out to the end. It's on to the finals qualifier for Rehzzy, who will now look to beat Phoenix next. That should be a good series. Fusure drops to the lower bracket, and will have to hope to beat Rehzzy if he wants to stay in the wake. One more loss will see an early departure. Thanks for watching this series. Cash and Atlantic will be here to face of next time. Please join us. Thanks for your support. I am your host and friend, Brian.